Go
Let's
ahead.
talk Justin Fields, though.
Yeah.
Do you
Oh my
think that
gosh.
Justin Fields is an upgrade over Jimmy Garoppolo? Because Fields is on the other end of the spectrum from Mac. They're like
Yes.
opposite quarterbacks.
Exactly. Yes.
And Fields is the one that most Niner fans want, to be honest.
And I remember me and you, we brother from another mother, bro. We wanted Pitts. But if you my arm and I have to go get a quarterback, okay, I went back and looked at them. I'm gonna give you 5 names and tell me what they all have in common.
Okay.
Wilson, Rodgers, Watson, Lamar, and Herbert.
Tell me.
They were all the afterthoughts of their class.
Good point.
Remember, Rodgers he slid.
Yep.
Wilson was in the 3rd round.
True.
Watson was
12.
He just beat He beat Nick Saban. He should have went 1st overall. They were like, well, I don't know.
Yeah.
Then you're like Lamar. They tried to turn him into a receiver.
True.
and Herbert, like I told you, he was the overall guy. And
he was the 3rd guy. Yeah.
And they all surpassed everyone who would pick ahead of them, except for Watson. Mahomes, I'll say 1A, 1B.
Sure.
But like I see the same thing happening with Field. This is what's hilarious about it. That's why I brought them up. I really feel like the media coverage that Field has been getting, where they're like you see the talent, you see the measurables, you see he's played in the SEC and the Big Ten. Like he checks every box except for. I will say this. I did look at some of his throws. Some of those like swing routes, short basic routes to the outside. He puts it on the guy.
Little Cam Newton-ish.
Yeah, it's like everything is a fastball.
Yeah, take a little off. Exactly.
Yep, everything's a fastball. So I need him to develop his touch. Yep. But other than that, bro, if that's your complaint for Justin Fields, take him. Okay. Because, bro, at the end of the day, I remember Vish. I will shout out Vish, man, because Vish is really good.
Yeah, he is.
Vish had an interview with Javosky Tart. Okay. I love that interview. I watched it, and I remember Javosky Tart saying in the interview how he surprised sometimes how the plays, how Kyle Shanahan calls plays. He's like, man, you got some Madden in you. And I could tell, like, man, he's not that old that he doesn't play Madden.
Right.
Now, I could imagine Kyle Shanahan when he's done all his work, he closes the door, he shuts the blind, and he bricks out a Madden game, right? And of course, he's playing with Jimmy Garoppolo. And of course, a lot of times, your opponents are who? Russell Wilson, Kyler, Mahomes, Lamar. So on the other side, you have your opponent who's hitting you with the dual threat quarterbacks, and you're stuck there with Jimmy, who take a sack, strip fumble. You can't roll out the pocket with him really because the outside linebacker, everyone's going to get him. And I could tell Kyle has broken at least 10 PlayStation controllers. Like, I wish I had a running
with the 49ers anymore. Maybe he plays with some other team. You know what? Screw this team.
Yeah. Screw that. I need a running quarterback. So at least Fields offers that. Like, off-schedule plays. Imagine the Yak brothers.
Yes.
Off-schedule plays.
True.
Like, we haven't had our receivers be able to uncover. Everything, our offense has been so congested with Jimmy because it has to be timing. It has to be
go here. Now, and it has to be over the middle.
There's never anything off platform, second chance. And imagine our guys are lethal with the balls in their hands. Imagine them trying to uncover for a guy like Justin Fields who's running behind. And if that doesn't work, you're worried about them. He takes off. He runs a 4.4.
Yep.
So
yep. That's to me what I see with Justin Fields. Imagine him playing on the Seahawks, running that kind of an offense where they encourage you to hold the ball and let the play extend, and then throw it deep to DK Metcalf. That's a good combo. It's a good combo,
man.
Yeah.
So that alone offers so much than what Jimmy brings. But
yes,
he's gonna have he has to get coached up. Like that fastball thing, that's gonna be a problem because if you can't throw with touch in this league, you can't throw something off, know how to give your receiver the ball so that he can run with it after the catch, you're gonna hurt yourself, especially in the league where the degrees of separation is that small. So,
and this is a Yak offense. I mean, they've built it that way. That's what Debo does. he'd be great in an offense where you're encouraged to throw the ball downfield as much as possible. But to fit this offense, I think it's going to take him a little bit of time. But it'll be interesting. Maybe they feel that he can learn it because he's got so many gifts. I mean, Richard Sherman seems to think he can do it.
All right. Remember, Alex Smith was 6-2, and what did Harbaugh do? He
got him out of there.
Got him out of there. Alex Smith got hurt. Kaepernick came in, and the offense it could breathe. Like with Alex Smith and Jimmy, the offense seemed so congested. Like
like the degree of the margin for error was this.
Yes.
For it to work, everyone had to be perfect because you can't go deep and you can't scramble and blah, 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 blah. Yep.
Bro, so, and when you play offensive football like that, you have to be perfect, and that's so hard. Like to play an entire season like that, and it shows, bro. Like once people could take away your bread and butter, which was for us the running game, and put it in Jimmy's hand, bro, we had a 10-point lead, and the man couldn't get a first down. So I get the points where they're upset at Jimmy and they want him out of town. But what are the alternatives? The only alternative I do see is Justin Fields, or like me and you say, we go best player available. And I know no one wants to hear that, but Jimmy's had the experience. Yeah, we could do that, bro. Jimmy's had the experience. Go ahead.
Dude says Niners like Fields because he reminds him of Watson, and they wanted to trade for Watson. Good topic to go over. I think there is something to that. I think they were ready to go for Watson. And a lot of people think Fields and Watson are similar. So maybe there is something to that.
Yeah, I could see the comparisons. But Watson, I think, is a more polished passer, like from the pocket. And they're both second. Like they're both, because I used to think that Fields was a run first, but he's not. He does sit back there and run at the last minute. But again, he has to learn that you can't fastball everything. It was just shoom, shoom, and I'm like, man, you're gonna have to learn something. So I get it, bro. And remember, Kyle, people say I watched the 49er roundtable, and I know y'all get on Kyle, sometimes, but I think Kyle is a bit more pragmatic, because I think when he had RG3, he just didn't have a chance to continuously work with him. I think he could have did some things with RG3, but the man got hurt. And that's another risk you take when you take one of these mobile guys.
That's right.
So, hey.
All right, let me ask you about Kyle Pitts.